So are you saying sex chromosomes are a hypothesis? Or are you saying like tracking them over time is a hypothesis?
Migration patterns, right? I'm like, how do you use haplogroups, right? Common ancestor, where they been? Okay, so I'm like, I mean, that question sort of floors me because I don't get it.
Well, because haplogroups, I mean, sex chromosomes is different than what we're talking about, which is haplogroups, right?
How?
I'm about to tell you. Haplogroup.
Real quick, because
for example,
MTD. You're tracking. Go ahead.
For example, Y chromosomes have multiple loci or locations, right, where there are mutations that you can actually study, and you could potentially find a flaw in the modern haplogroup model, right? What happens today is they've identified a few locations where they look for haplogroup mutations, but there are others, right? Because the chromosome is that big. They have only designated certain locations of the Y chromosome and use that to identify where they want to look for a haplogroup. Okay, they don't look at the entire chromosome. All right. So
I'm not saying that they do.
Well, my point being that how can you validate anything with a single mutation when there are actually a lot more mutations on that one sex chromosome?
So we're agreeing that it's a sex chromosome, correct?
Y is, yeah. Y. There's two sex chromosomes, X and Y.
Gotcha. Okay. So haplogroups. So am I not tracing that over time, or what do you think I'm tracing with haplogroups? Just so I understand.
Well, unless you're doing a test, a YSTR or autosomal test, right? All you're doing is looking at the fact that there were mutations and they're grouped, and you're following that one mutation or group of mutations on the planet, right? So if you're looking in the Levant, you're looking where that mutation has been in the Levant, which they call a haplogroup or a clade called E or whatever they're talking about.
But mutation on what chromosome? That's what I'm
on the Y chromosome.
Got you. That's what okay. So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, isn't haplogroups on the sex chromosome? I mean, we were always on the same page.
That's what I said 3 minutes ago, and it was no. So that's what I'm trying
to make
no, we never said that, bro.
Okay, family, you guys in the comments, did we say that? Did we say that? We didn't even bring up sex chromosomes.
I did. That's what I'm saying. I did.
We were talking about haplogroups the whole time. About
sex chromosome.
Okay, right. So hold on. If we're dealing with haplogroups, are we dealing with sex chromosomes or no?
We said yeah from the beginning. That's understood. We actually gave you the answer. I don't know. I mean, you making it sound like we don't think it's on the sex chromosome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. You got me confused.
Is that the accusation? Because
okay.
No, is that the accusation that we're not talking about sex chromosomes?
So let's keep it clear, right? Like, so I ask questions. I don't make accusations.
Well, ask the question correctly. I was confused.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Question correctly. So I'll ask the question the same way I asked the first two times. When we're dealing with haplogroups, are we dealing with sex chromosomes? Yes or no?
Of course.
Anybody looking at haplogroup know that.
I know
that's yes.
Okay. That's like asking me. That's like asking me if I'm a basketball player. You play with a ball? I'm like, come on. I mean, that's an insult.
Yeah.
You're insulted by a question?
I'm insulted by that question.
No, hold on. I respect you enough to know that you understand that haplogroups is dealing with X and Y chromosome. I think you should respect us enough to know the difference as well.
Well, okay. So how about instead of you being offended, you recognize that when you answered the question, you didn't give a clear answer that was specific.
No, you didn't ask the question. Hold on. Right, bro.
I want the audience to say, did we answer him incorrectly? It was a simple question and we answered him. Yes or no?
The beautiful thing is,
audience, yes or no?
This is all recorded. So if I'm right or you're wrong, this can be recapped.
Well, no, I want the audience to vote. He simply asked us when we're talking about haplogroup, are we talking about sex chromosomes? And we said, of course. That was the answer.
Okay.
Did we say anything else? Well, because haplogroups, I mean, sex chromosomes is different than what we're talking about, which is haplogroups, right? Well, because haplogroups, I mean, sex chromosomes is different than what we're talking about, which is haplogroups, right? Well, because haplogroups, I mean, sex chromosomes is different than what we're talking about, which is haplogroups, right?